Alright, on to the final part. I mean, not final, but, this, for what I can think of right now, because my cousin brought up something to me I actually forgot to mention. Instant transmission just, it seems to do what it wants to do. I don't know, sometimes, I don't experience it because I use Gohan again. Uh, Not like when I play with my cousin or any of my friends, whatever. I just be using anybody in the game. But for the most part, when I play ranked, actually, for all of the part when I play the game in ranked, I'm playing with Ultimate Gohan. So I don't have any explanation. But he's when he plays like Super Saiyan 4 or well, GT Kid Goku, and then he'll go Super Saiyan 4 at some point in the fight. He's had issues where even I've seen issues from the opposite end when I fight someone like Super Saiyan 4 Goku or something, or whatever, or Gogeta, where they'll teleport behind you and you're supposed to lose lock on, sure, but then sometimes you lock back on instantly, or sometimes you'll like even be prepared for it and say you'll quick dash out of the way, or just back so they'll be in the center of your screen, and it just refuses to lock on again. And again, that point, I guess I really wish they fixed the lock on too, so that if you get locked off and you get that spark on your screen, you can just tap L1 and it'll lock you on from there. Like, if you like fail to do it on time, then maybe you just gotta get closer, or hope that it comes over. It'll just play out normal or something. I don't know, but if that were the case, that'd be a lot better, because then you'll have a surefire way to lock on. Since the game decided that if you beat your opponent's ass, you lose advantage. You even get put in a worse position, because your opponent's more likely to find you than you are them, because you have to figure out where they spawned in at, and they typically spawn in looking right at you, or at least in your general direction. So I don't get that. That's kind of weird to me. I don't know why they would like punish you for winning the game, but that's what they decided to go with. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. If I beat my opponent, I should walk off. If anything, I should be the one that has the advantage still, because I killed you. Now I understand, like, going behind buildings or whatever these lock on, things like that. But after you beat someone, they should switch in. Y'all should be reset to neutral, basically. Well, for the most part, considering you'll probably spawn somewhere else, because it seems to have like a Call of Duty type, vicinity spawning. So if you're somewhere in the area, and sometimes it even messes up, just like some of those games, where they'll spawn right in your face, and it's like, it's kind of funny, but honestly, like, if you really think about it, it's like, well, what the hell? What am I supposed to do about that? Especially if you're gonna lock me off as that happens. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter. Again, with the instant transmission though, sometimes you could just launch a super after someone instant transmissions, and they'll just track it anyway. Like, it'll go right to you regardless. Or, just like the whole point of the transmission was get behind your opponent really fast, and you gain advantage because they lose lock on. But then they just kind of neglect that. They just blow you up anyway. Or, if you try to play around it, it may not even work anyway, because you won't even lock on regardless. And a lot of times you'll be locked on and be like, this distance, or locked off, I'm sorry, and it just won't lock back on no matter how hard you stare at them, right? But I was kind of just gonna add that on to this little segment. The training is really, I don't know, like bare bones. Uh, when you look at the things you can change your health to max, and what that does is it just keeps your health at max the whole time. It won't drain or anything. That's a good idea. That's good for testing some things out. But then there's like, what if you want your health to refill? It's not going to. There's no option for that. You know, so you could test out how much damage something would do, then maybe try to get a you know test for a drop or something or a reset, but you can't really tell what the scaling's like, or rather what the damage would really look like because you drop combo and it's easier to tell if you don't have to like add the numbers, keep that number in mind, and then add the next number, right? It's a lot easier. It makes it more convenient. But then they also have min, which I'm pretty sure is minimum. But for whatever reason, it like does nothing. Like, it just drops them to the lowest HP, and you can't kill them anymore. Just dodge that from the back, brother. Did he dodge the back? I didn't know that. But as you see, Goku doesn't die. Just it's just at the lowest possible health. I don't know what this could possibly be used for. I honestly don't know. What am I doing? Yeah. So that's weird. I don't understand that. Everything else seems pretty, understandable. I would like another one where the key like refills. So like just in case you weren't paying attention to how much key you used, it could use a set amount, do something else, and then I don't know, like set yourself up for situations where you use key, stop, and use key again, or maybe I don't know. I guess key refilling that would be kind of challenging. Well, not challenging, but not too useful because I'm pretty sure if you did anything where you're not using key, it would just start filling up from there, right? I guess it's still an option. And it would make like a little bit better. It'll make it a little bit better. Spark engage at max. What does this do? It just puts you at sparking. Yeah, good for testing out sparking stuff. That's fine. But what is that? Does it mean you just can't go on a sparking? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what that would help you out with. I guess if you want to, yeah, I don't know what that, I don't know what that could help you out with. It just doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. If you could find a reason, hey, then help me out here. I also could just do this. I don't know why I'm not doing that. But on to that. I found out this just takes away the hood. I don't, I don't understand why this doesn't like, what the point of that was. It's training, so it's like, I guess if you want to set up like some pictures or something, I don't know, whatever. But I wish it was a little bit better, you know. The whole point of training is to know what you're doing, right? To learn what you're doing and to practice what you're doing. But the only display setting is like the HUD. I would rather be able to see my inputs than to not see my HUD, Because like I don't think you're ever gonna get in a situation where you're like not wanting to look at the HUD. I'd rather see it every time. Opponent settings kind of, it kind of covers every situation, but you can't get really specific. Uh, I was trying to test out this the rush type blast, with the UI because his rush kind of just pops up in your face, and my cousin was saying he was having like online it's an issue to dodge or whatever because they can even use it and then use it combo it into itself if they're in sparking mode because again you can use two supers before your sparking runs out. And you know, what about characters with different supers or different yeah, rushes? They had two rushes like Videl, you know, or if they had two different blasts like Cell has a special beam cannon and a Kamehameha, right? If you really wanted to test the either one specifically, you couldn't really pick one. And that kind of sucks. Along with the strategies, like it really treats it like a strategy. And if you wanted to do something like, say, Vanish Assaults, which they don't seem to want to actually do, it's just the quote unquote instant transmission that the training tells you, or calls it. So they won't actually use the Vanish Assault, they'll just use the Vanish Attack, and that's it. So if I wanted to like practice my super guard with that, like that, it's only gonna be that attack. If I go over there and have it on, it won't go after that. It won't do it again. So it's like I'm stuck with that, right?
Not bad.
And then sometimes, if I could, you see, it'll like bug kind of mess up. It'll just not want to do it at all. Catch that one. It won't like always be doing it. Sometimes it just like pulls up to you and just sits there and looks at you like you're stupid. I don't understand. And again, you want more lifelike situation. I think it's the same timing as the regular Z Vanish. Kinda really like when it starts, it's the same time as Z counter. So you'll be well same, yeah, same attack as Z counter, right? But to have more of a lifelike situation where you're actually fighting someone getting knocked away, you know, it's better if you could set it to just do that. And then you can set it to always do it. Like you could do like, let's say, Xenoverse, set the opponent to always auto guard or always perfect guard. So, you know, you could just have it perfect guard everything. I don't know. You know, that will help me out with super guards, I guess, or test helping me out getting better at super guarding the Z Vanish, because then I won't have to use my key and I can figure out, you know, how uh how my timing needs to be, because they're all going to be the same. So you don't have to worry about that. But once you get the timing, you can keep practicing it to get better at it, or you know, just figure it out if you already got good timing. You can't really do that with this because it doesn't really put you in that situation. It just the first thing you could do, like stuff like, you know, rush key blast or rush attacks, and that's fine, you know. But a lot of the times, even with like super or weak or whatever, it'll just kind of lays around sometimes. I don't know why. Uh, I don't know what it was doing. What did I have it set on? What the fuck did I have it set on? Balance, strategy, key blast. Why did it run up and do that then? That was like not at all what that's it. But it kind of like this is really good. I think that one's good. Because it's pretty specific. But I wish everything, like it had everything that the computer could possibly do to either counter or attack specifically listed, so that you could like train against that specific thing. Like if I put this here, do I have it on max E? I can have it like go for an attack, but as you can see, it's not even doing it. Like, see how like, you know, difficult it would be to really train against that.
Darn it.
Now it'll help to mix things up, right? You know, this is for like if you're testing it. Oh, let me see how good I am at dodging that, you know, in random situations. But if you're just trying to get the timing down, you're gonna have a hard time because you have to constantly worry about it doing. And it's not even like I don't know why it's not even like going towards me, but like that's an issue. As you can see, it's like hard. It's hard to catch that because it kind of pops up in your face. But if you're like not even, it's not even like that. I guess that's kind of just me drifting, huh? But the point is, you can't get it to do it just repeatedly. There's like a difference between training to time something and training to uh be on point, you know? You can't really do both if it's like doing this all the time. If you had better options, then that would be good. I'd like some more options, you know? I would like the computer to actually do the rush attack. I can dodge it and feel good about myself because now I know the timing for the attack myself. Then I could do something like this to see like, you know, well, let's say I'm fighting someone right now online. I don't know where they're gonna do it, but if I can get myself used to being able to dodge it in any given moment, then that means I could probably just do it then too, right? Like it'll help you out in those situations. But since it doesn't do this, since you don't have that option, this kind of sucks. I think that's about it. It just, you know, some stuff is just missing. Again, just feels incomplete.